Wanted to talk about softness today. As you see, I have "Stay Soft" written on my bicep. I got this in like 2017, 2018, as a reminder that it is a muscle to work, a skill to actively practice softness. It is not I do think it is our nature. However, through having to survive, we learn to adapt and we're not so soft. However, I'm also thinking, I wanted to just mention, like, I think when people think about softness, they tend to be thinking about weakness or associating it with passivity and like being a pushover, being taken advantage of. Like, you're not standing on nothing, you have no backbone, you kind of just soft, you just let shit rock. And I don't think that's quite what softness is, at least not to me. To me, softness is being able to stay present so that I can remain compassionate and flexible in my adaptations. You know? So, like, being able to respond to life as it shows up for me in a way that leaves me feeling whole and other people feeling whole too. That's what my definition of softness would be around. So, for instance, I'm thinking about like say we made plans to go somewhere and you have to cancel, and it's something I was looking forward to, and now I'm upset, right? Because I'm disappointed, right? Being soft is not like just crying about it and then coming to the phone and being like, okay, whatever, or just talking about your feelings about it, um, or ignore. Like, I don't even know what other ways people would think about being soft in that situation is. For me, what being soft would look like in that situation is really sitting to think with myself of like, that is quite disappointing, right? Because I really did want to see you, and if this is a habit too, it's like now I need to talk to you about the pattern I'm noticing of you not showing up. We make a plan and then you don't show up. Is this not working? Do you actually not want to do it? I'm feeling a way, and I'm noticing that it's connected to your behavior. So I'm gonna like think about what parts of this is for me and what parts of this can I communicate with you because I care about you, right? Ultimately, I'm disappointed because I love you, because I want to spend time with you. I enjoy your presence, whatever it is. Clearly, I care about you, and that's why it's affecting me now. And so being soft allows me to connect back with that, my values around, about, in this case, friendship, relationship, and also honor myself. Like, I don't want to make plans that are going to be canceled constantly. So again, if this is a pattern, or like, I want you to know that my time is valuable too. And so you canceling 10 minutes into this thing, into what when I was expecting you, is not acceptable for me, right? I would like for you to let me know as soon as you can. Fine, you let me know as soon as you can. That's what it is. And also, even again, taking time to be able to feel my feelings and process how I feel, and then come back in a way to say, hey, I'm disappointed and I understand. Are you open to rescheduling? Also, can we have a conversation about expectations, right? Like what we want from each other in terms of seeing each other. Do you actually want to see me as much as I want to see you, right? It leads to more conversation. And I get why people don't want to do that. It takes capacity to be having a further conversation about this, and to be able to regulate, you got to have the skills, right? And the willingness to, like, when I feel activated and elevated, to actually sit with myself gently and be like, okay, what's going on? And I think that really, and this is why it always comes back to parenting and inner child for me, right? Because I feel like so many of our parents are like, let's get it going. Why are you upset? We're trying to do something and your feelings are getting in the way. But that's not how emotions, again, that's also not soft, right? I actually, this weekend, I heard someone say that nothing about their parenting is going to be gentle, because I guess they're commenting on this gentle parenting being kind of I guess gentle parenting, as I've seen it, I don't see a lot of videos of it, but what I hear people talk about is like being a pushover, right? And having no boundaries and not being able to tell your kid no, or teach them boundaries, or that there's cause and effect, right? And it's like kind of just letting them do whatever. I don't think we need to put our hands on people to teach them how to be respectful. I don't think putting hands on somebody is ever respectful. So, if unless they consented to that. So think there has to be a different way. So it definitely is the longer route, but it's the more effective route from what I've seen. Um, Being soft, I have found it does take more time. right? It does take me a longer time sometimes to get, like, I'm thinking about with my patients, like, when they don't want to do something, if I'm trying to hound them about doing it, it makes the resistance more intense. They're not going to do it some more now, for sure now, right? Because now they feel like I don't want to do it, and this thing keeps pushing me to do it, versus me being like, what's getting in the way of you doing this? How could we get out of the way? What do we need to take out of the way? What actually really matters to you? What is important to you? How do you want to be able to approach this eventually? Maybe we don't do it today, but can we do something small that would be like this, or this with the volume turned down? Like, you see, the responding with flexibility versus trying to like bend you into what I say, and that never, for me, never really worked. Like, you could try to force me to do something. I mean, either I'm gonna do it with resentment, which is gonna be bode poorly for our future relationship, or I don't do it. You know. So yeah, softness has taught me that I can actually communicate what I want and need, and have a higher likelihood of getting those needs met and being heard and being understood without this a lot of room for miscommunication. Like, it's interesting too when I've thought out my what I'm gonna say and I communicate it kindly with somebody, and even especially if I've written it down and there's no attacks in it. There's If there's a judgment, it's a nice statement saying this is my experience. And also, all of this has been asked, like, do you have space to talk about this? Do you want to talk about this? You know, because like, it's just soft. It helps. And again, I get it. It's like, it's, I don't want to say it's easier to be reactive. I mean, reaction is just automatic, you know? And it takes a lot of effort to kind of catch yourself doing something hard or catch yourself in the moment of rigidity. Um, and then remember to be like, huh, connect me back to myself and what I really want and need. Hope that makes sense. It's just something I was thinking about.